Good morning and Jai Hind. In previous video, we have already discussed two types of profitability ratio: gross profit ratio and operating ratio. In this video, I am going to cover the rest of them. So the third ratio which we are going to study under the category of profitability ratio is operating profit ratio. This ratio shows the relationship between operating profit and net revenue from operation, or you can say net sales. The formula that is given for operating profit ratio is operating profit upon revenue from operation or net sales into 100. Operating profit ratio is represented in percentage form. For calculating operating profit, we can add gross profit and operating income, and from that we have to subtract operating expenses. For operating expenses, we have to include employee benefit expense, depreciation, office and administrative expense, selling and distribution expense, discount, bad debts, interest on short-term loans, etc. Here there's no need to include non-operating expenses like gross profit, such as loss on sale of non-current assets, loss from fire, income tax, charity and donation, finance charge relating to interest on long-term debts, interest on debentures, etc. Similarly, there are some non-operating income which is to be excluded, like profit on sale of non-current assets and income from investment. For calculating operating profit, in case in a question net profit is given, then we can find out operating profit by adding net profit before tax and non-operating expenses or losses, and out of this we have to subtract non-operating income. One more thing that is very important about this topic is that operating ratio and operating profit ratio are interrelated, and the sum of these two ratios will always be 100. The fourth profitability ratio is net profit ratio. It can be calculated by dividing net profit after tax by revenue from operation or net sales by 100. Here also net profit ratio is represented in percentage form. For calculating net profit, we have to do the calculation as gross profit minus indirect expenses and losses plus other income minus tax. And for calculating indirect expense and other loss, we can include office expenses, selling expenses, interest on long-term borrowings, accidental losses. This ratio measures the rate of net profit earned on revenue from operations. It helps in determining the overall efficiency of the business operations. An increase in the ratio over a previous year shows improvement in the overall efficiency and profitability of a business. The fifth and the last ratio under the category of profitability ratio is return on investment. This ratio reflects the overall profitability of the business. This ratio is usually expressed in percentage form, and it is also known as rate of return, return on capital employed, or we may say yield on capital. The return on investment can be computed by dividing net profit before interest, tax and dividend by capital employed and then multiply by 100. Here capital employed includes shareholder funds and long-term loans. Interest paid on long-term loans will not be deducted from profits while calculating this ratio. For the computation of capital employed, we can use two methods, one from the liability side approach and the next is asset side approach. In case of liability side approach, we can find out capital employed by adding shareholder funds and non-current liability, which include long-term borrowings and long-term provisions. The second method, that is asset side approach, we can calculate capital employed by adding non-current assets and working capital. Non-current assets include tangible assets and intangible assets plus non-current investment and long-term loan and advances, while working capital can be computed by subtracting current liabilities from current assets. With this, I am going to end my video. Thank you.